What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I'm sitting in my car, and I just had a little moment just now. Like, you only as good as you feel, and not only just good as you feel about what you actually putting your effort into. Like, for instance, if you putting your effort into becoming better, don't focus on seeing results. Don't focus on the likes. Don't focus on who, actually watching you. You don't need, permission from anybody. Long as you continue to trust God, continue to, believe in God and go to him for, directions and clarity, you don't have to focus on anything else. And that's a real moment for me, by me being transparent with y'all, because I focus on, a lot, dealing with mental pressure, dealing with, finance, crisis. And, as a human, we focus on the money. We focus on, we don't see the money, we feel like we're losing in life. And that's not true. It's not a race with other people. It's actually for you to build yourself. And for me, it's by becoming more stable, by, becoming more stronger, by becoming better, and proving to yourself. So the men out there, just prove that to yourself. Get better with time. Get better in your relationship with God. And I'm telling you, the more you seek him and seek his kingdom, the better you're going to become mentally, physically, and spiritually. So I just wanted to come on here and actually, help somebody and, just pour into somebody, because you're not alone. There's so many people that's going through, difficult times, uncertainties, feeling like their mental is not in the best headspace. And I created an ebook called The Mental Health Reset. It's going to help you. It's the blueprint. I had to really sit there and lock in and say, okay, you can't keep dwelling on things that you cannot change. So you have to learn how to get away from toxic people, negative conversation, overthinking, and overanalyzing everything. That's killing your peace. That's killing your mindset, and it's killing your focus. But what if I told you I have something that can actually help you in that process? And you have to be serious about that, because if you're not serious about that, then it won't work. But if you get serious about what you want to do and start waking up with the motivation, not only just the motivation, the discipline to keep striving, to keep going, even when you on those heavy days, even on them days where you don't feel like you're at your best, but you keep getting up, because if God woke you up, that's something that's intended for me, that he's still working on my story. God is still working on all our story. And sometimes we lose sight of that. Excuse me. This is a raw video. Like I said, we lose sight of that, and that robs us. It robs us from our ability to move forward. It robs us for, just building discipline, obedience, because we so wrapped in, society. We wrapped up in this world. Like, we all want to be loved. We all want this companionship. We all have the passion to become better. But when things is going through these difficult seasons, we don't want that. But what if I told you this season that we are in is actually to strengthen us? It's actually here to, help us, push us to grow. The most growth happens in, uncomfortable situations. It don't happen in your comfort zone. It don't happen at all like that. But it doesn't feel good. And just because it doesn't feel good doesn't mean you avoid it. You have to let it happen. And when you're letting it happen, I'm telling you, on the other side of that, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be wiser. You're going to have wisdom. You're going to be able to navigate through a lot of things. And you're going to see certain people or connections, how they actually balance or fit into your life, and what type of people that you want around you. You're going to be able to actually see that and identify that. So today I just came on here, excuse me for the rant, but I just had all this stuff that I want to, share. Just, having that moment of just sitting with God. And I haven't been posting videos or, helping people, but I've been praying. I've been doing shorts. I've been working on music. I'm just trying to keep one foot in front of the other, keep doing what I'm supposed to do, and learning along the way, and keep being resourceful, keep being, a vessel to pray for people, even through my midst of my storm. Sometimes, like I said, I can be honest about this. I get frustrated because people come back and tell me, oh, they'll pray at work, God doing this. And I'm like, okay, God, what about me? What about my situation? I'm not still seeing my kids. My finances not what it's supposed to be. I'm still feeling this mental pressure. And it's not every day. It's not a consistent thing. I can have good days where I do my music, I do content. I see, people buying the ebook. So it's not always a bad thing. But most of the time, I sit there and I just ask God, I'm like, God, why nothing is happening for me? God, why is not my time? And I have to sit there and really say, okay, God, I have to stop focusing on that. It's like you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You have to be on fire for me. Just like you on fire for praying for other people, you have to be in that in your life. So I had to learn, even when I come on here and pray for y'all, I have to pour back into myself. I can't keep continuously pouring from an empty cup. I have to pray for myself. I have to, do this for myself. Even when it's feeling frustrated, when I see somebody else, getting a blessing, and I'm like, God, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm living right. And then, boom, God will reveal what you're not doing right. So never think you're doing something right. Always go to God to let them, bring it to the light, whatever you're doing, and you can be exposed. So I appreciate all y'all I appreciate all y'all that's been watching my videos, liking my music. You're going to have haters. So they're not doing anything. You're not doing nothing right. So there's 1 million people that like you and 1,000 people or 100,000 gonna hate you, But I like the ones that keep pouring into me. Y'all for praying for me. Y'all see me where I'm at. I'm being very transparent with y'all, letting y'all know I'm not this, this person that think he, better than anybody else. I've been at rock bottom. I've been through, heartbreak. I've been through, adversity. And I keep going. I keep waking up every morning. Even sometimes I wake up with heaviness. I have to ask God, God, heal my heart, protect my heart. Give me the strength to wake up today and do something positive. Don't allow me to stay in this bed, because it's only going to work. I have to tell myself, excuse me for the rant, like I said, it's only going to tell me or make tomorrow even harder. So if you don't push past today, your tomorrow is going to be even heavier. So remember what I said. I'm going to say that again. If you wake up and you feel tired and you just lay in the bed, guess what? Your tomorrow is going to be even heavier. So push past it so that load can become lighter. And by giving it to God, by trusting in God. So don't think you have to have everything figured out today. You just have to stop the bleeding. And the bleeding is stop sitting there questioning yourself, overanalyzing it. Mental health is real. People struggle with suicidal thoughts. They struggle with feeling like they're not living up to their own expectations, other people's expectations, and they feel like they have to suffer in silence. You don't have to suffer in silence. Seek help, get therapy, and I'm telling you, it's all for the better, for your better, not nobody else. You have to get better for yourself. So despite the breakups, the relationship, you can't make people see you for who you think you are or who you know you are. And hey, some people gonna see you from their own perspective. If you hurt them, that's the only thing. They're not gonna look for both sides. They're not gonna, amend. They say, okay, well, you was in a bad season. I'm not gonna hold that against you. No, when you hurt somebody, they have the right to feel what they want, and you shouldn't be trying to prove yourself. Only time you need to prove yourself is to actually become better and admit your flaws to yourself and hold yourself accountable and keep it pushing. If that person was meant for you, God will put them back in your path. If not, it's a valuable lesson and it taught you something. But today, remember what I said. I have an ebook, and if you've been struggling in your mental and you have a mental overload, you can always go, and the link is in my bio. And if this video helped you, like I said, if you feel like that's on your heart, hey, my Cash App is in my bio as well. And if it's not, hey, I'm not here begging. I'm just saying, God said put it out there. And here I am. I'm just making a video, even through my midst of my storm. But blessings to y'all. Much love from T. Howard, signing out.